Welcome to your daily focus for April the 11th, 2018. My name is Tilly, and this is Tarot with Tilly, and thank you. Thank you truly for all the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. Now let's turn to the cards and see what they reveal about the energy and how to use it in a positive way in order to go forward. The High Priestess. The High Priestess asks us to look within, to quiet our minds and look within and see the magic that's already inside of each and every one of us. She brings magic, she brings gifts, she brings beauty, she brings love. Wow, strong cards today, but we are going towards that big new moon, so we should have strong energy right now. The moon asking us to go within inside, look within, be truthful to ourselves. Oh my goodness, and karma. Well, sit back, relax. So first of all, we have April the 11th, 2018, and April is a 4, but then we have an 11 with 2018. 2 plus 0 plus 1 plus 8 is an 11 too. So we have a double 11 energy here today. And so 11 energies are magical and wonderful and bring in goodness and greatness and success and happiness and joy into our lives. But it's only because of our commitment that it actually comes together, or comes together as great as it can be. I've got a bit of a frog in my throat for some reason. So we have to make the commitment to ourselves. We have to be true to ourselves. We have to honor and embrace our passions, our dreams, our desires. And then we have to work towards those goals. But the 11 energy offers us success tenfold when we do those things. And then we have the High Priestess, the Moon, and Karma. 3 of the major arcana show up for us. So we'll start with the High Priestess. This is really a day of reflection. This really is a day of reflection for us. We're sorting it out. We're asking ourselves what we truly want in our world, want in our lives, what we want to accomplish, what we want to do, who we want to become, what we want to represent to the world, what defines us. So this really is a card where we sit in quiet contemplation and go within and see the sparkle, see the magic, see the beauty of who we are. The High Priestess is one who brings in the magic, or allows the magic to appear. It's got to be from your heart center. It's got to be a passion. It's got to be a desire that you are going after when this card appears. And then we have the moon right in the middle. And go within. Strip yourself down and look at yourself in the mirror, and do you like who you see? And if you don't, then how are you going to change it? And is it in your control to change? Is it where your focus needs to be in order to step into the path you want to step into? Sometimes just starting to like ourselves a little bit more and easing up on ourselves a little bit more, and stop the negative self-talk just pushes you forward without you even realizing that you're going forward all of a sudden. We may be asking ourselves about our relationships, our jobs, our role within the community, within the home. Does it really put me in balance? Does it really bring in happiness? And if not, what would? On Thursday, we have one of the most magical transits happening in the sky, and it happens 3 times this year. So we've had it once, and then tomorrow, which is Thursday, right? Yep, Thursday. And then I think it's in September. Jupiter trines Pluto. So that could mean that walls come tumbling down, structures come tumbling down, things change on a dime. There's closure where we weren't expecting it. That's the Pluto energy. That's the Tower energy. Now, know when that energy comes in, even if we don't feel and we agree with the energy, it takes away something that has outlived its purpose in our life. And it brings in something new and something magical. So Jupiter's saying we need to get rid of this so that we can have the expansion, the true expansion, the giant expansion. And there's really nothing that we do during this transit to influence it. So many of them, we can kind of manipulate the energy to work for us or against us. But this is a natural occurrence in our life. That if we are concentrated on what we want to step forward into, the situation, we make that commitment to ourselves. That's when the opportunity just seems to appear out of nowhere for us to, it'll coincide with it. So, yes, today is all about going inside, getting in touch with who you are, knowing what you want going forward. And look at different aspects of your life, but I'm sure there's a key aspect in your life where you want to get a different job or a new job or a job in order to create wealth for yourself or pay the bills, or you want to step into a career setting. And all of a sudden, you get a booklet in the mail for the course in order to hone your skills for just that career. Or you overhear somebody saying they want to start the same kind of business and they've got this, but they don't have that, and you have that, but you have none of the other. You're standing in line and you meet somebody and they end up being your best friend for the rest of your path or the next 20 years. But you have to know your truest desires. You have to be honest with yourself and not be on somebody else's agenda right now of what they think that you should have in your life. It has to be something from your heart, from your soul. You have to get excited about it. It's something that you will jump out of bed every morning because you can't wait to start the day. So what is that to you? And it's, then we have karma. We have the karma card. Look at that moon there. We're going to have a full moon on Sunday, so we are going towards that moon. Or we're having a new moon on Sunday. We're going through the full moon. We're going through the full moon energy. Sorry about that. Not an astrologer, tarot reader. So we're in this full moon energy right now, and we will be until Sunday appears. And we are in the Mercury retrograde energy. And on Sunday, it goes stationary direct, which means things will start going smoother, but there'll still be a bump or two because we are still in that shadow period for a couple of weeks. So next week, this time is going to look incredibly different than this week right now as you look around. Karma says, what have you done in order to move forward in your path? What have you done to show the universe, God, your angels, your spirit guide, source, that you are making that commitment to yourself? Are you making a plan? Are you journaling it? Are you doing new moon affirmations? Are you actually doing what you have set out to do? Karma is that payment for that effort, for what you've given. And if you're in a spot where you really haven't aligned yourself to your dreams and your passions and your goals, this is the time to start looking at it. This is the time so that when this energy comes around again in September, you're ready. I think it's September. Let's get an affirmation card here. Of all days to sit and contemplate, to meditate, to reflect, to have some conversations with yourself and allow yourself some truths. A while back, I took a trip. I jumped in my vehicle and I just drove for 24 hours till I hit a coast. And it was the first time in forever since I was in my teens that I could just turn on the radio and play my music or stop and eat the food I wanted to eat. And it took me a while to figure out what is the music I like. What is the food I like to eat? Because it was always about what my kids were eating or my mom liked, or so it starts to become somebody else's agenda without you even realizing that it is. What is society telling me to eat? Because I tell you, 30 years ago, there wasn't anything called fast food. You went to a restaurant, you sat down, you got silverware. Now, it's a daily occurrence in most lives. Society's agenda has told us to be busier and busier, and we'll create this for you so that you can eat 2 of air or grab that coffee. Stalemate. Uncertainty. Considering options. Time to take a break to consider my options and think about things. There is no need to rush forward. The perfect answer for the highest good will come to me if I take my time and remain in a peaceful state of mind. It's all about backing it up today. There's no going forward today. I mean, we could do baby steps, so we can always do baby steps whenever they're planned out. We've thought about it. But this is truly a beautiful energy to tap into, to figure out what seeds you're going to be planting this new moon. What do you want in your life? What do you want to grow in your life? What do you want to deepen in your life? What brings in happiness and joy in your life? How are you going to create more of that? So stalemate. We're at a stalemate today. We're uncertain. We need to go within. We need to take that time for ourselves. We spend more time planning a vacation than we do planning our life forward. Today is the day to plan your life forward. We'll get an animal card. I think that card spoke volumes. Make a commitment to yourself. Write down what you are, and remember, we're in the full moon energy, so it's a good time to decide to get rid of some old habits, replace them with good habits, or behaviors, or the way you respond to certain situations. Deep rest. I love it when the cards all come together. I get goosebumps every time. Just amazes me. There's the moose. So mouse must be the next page. There he is. Lazy sleep, rest, and meditate. Rest is not idleness, and to lie sometimes on the grass under the trees on a summer's day, listening to the murmur of water or watching the clouds float across the sky is by no means a waste of time. Mouse says it's time for you to make time for laziness. You don't have to be constantly on the go. After all, that is how you become run down. Spend a little time each day or week doing something you enjoy that is completely frivolous and fun. It could just be an afternoon laying in the hammock, reading a book, watching your old favorite movie, or playing with the kids. This is not a time to begin anything new. It is a time of restoring your spirit. Sometimes rest doesn't necessarily have to be sleeping, but just quieting your mind. Take some time grounding yourself by taking a yoga class, gardening, fishing, spending time in nature. Spend at least 10 minutes a day meditating and just being in the moment. You don't have to physically be at your happy place to go to your happy place. It can simply be within your mind. The more you practice, the easier it becomes. I don't even think I have to add to anything. Rest is not idleness. You are doing it for a reason. So you take a couple hours off for yourself and somebody asks you why. Say, Tilly told me I could today. Because it's definitely a step in the right direction by taking a step back today. And going within, seeing the magic, your talents, your gifts, your abilities, and how you are going to utilize them going forward. How you are going to make a difference in your own life, your loved ones, the community, the world at large. What's your mark on the world? What's your passion? What's your dream? Write it down, journal it, and get ready to plant those seeds on Sunday. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.